Hey, thanks for tuning into my podcast. This is Big Head on the Block, hosted by me, Tim Henderson, aka Big Head. Hey, welcome back to Big Head on the Block. This podcast is going to focus on Operation Professional Courtesy. Now, when officers are out eating or in an area, such as an eating establishment, and they see other officers from different agencies or their own agencies, the number one thing that you do is, out of professional courtesy, you acknowledge them with a head gesture or a wave, right? Well, on this particular day and time, two veteran city officers who are well-versed in the art of trickery, deception, and pulling practical jokes, they're in a restaurant. A group of state troopers walk in, and the state troopers, for whatever reason, don't acknowledge the city cops, even though one of the city cops nodded his head to, let them know that, hey, we see you, because it's a brotherhood and we expect people to be cordial. Professional courtesy says that you acknowledge them. Well, this wasn't going to go unchecked, all right? So after a minute or two of careful calculation, these city cops decide that they're going to call the restaurant. And this is what happened. They called the restaurant. The person answered the phone, and this is a police-friendly restaurant, so there's always cops in there, so this probably wouldn't be an odd phone call to receive. So knowing that the state troopers are on the other side of the restaurant, they call and identify themselves as the state police superintendent. He says to the person answering the phone, hey, there's 4 or 5 of my officers in there. Can you do me a favor? Find out which one is the ranking officer and have them meet me outside. Well, the person answering the phone indicated, yes, they're here and I can go tell them and I can, get them to the phone. He said, no, that won't be necessary. I just need them to meet me outside. Well, the city cops watch as the message is relayed to the state troopers, and they could clearly see that the state troopers were confused, but a little bit concerned about this phone call, right? 1 or 2 of the troopers gets up. They start walking around. They start looking out the blinds in different areas of the restaurant to see if the colonel's out there, because they figure he is out there because, why would they have received this call, right? Well, the city cops are just taking it all in, having a good laugh. They're keeping their composure because I'm sure the state police looked at them from time to time, not thinking they were involved, but, just looking at them. Eventually, the state troopers left all their food, every one of them left all their food on the table, went outside, and they didn't see the state police superintendent because he wasn't there, right? They learned a lesson that day. Now, I don't know that the message was ever delivered to them, but indirectly, the city police sent them a message. Hey, you're going to come and acknowledge us or else. So just remember, police officers, if you enter a restaurant, you better acknowledge the person because you don't know the measures that they're willing to go to pay you back for being slighted. This operation, which was deemed Operation Professional Courtesy, was implemented and executed to perfection. The state police troopers who didn't get to eat their meal that day went hungry when all they had to do was acknowledge that BRPD was in the house. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Big Head on the Block. I'm Tim Henderson, the host. I look forward to dropping another podcast soon. Please give us any comments, likes, dislikes, or any topics y'all would like to discuss. Thank you.